All right, guys. Today I want to show you how to use the store feature on your graphing calculator to help you do some of these problems a little bit more efficiently. We were looking at using something called Newton's method to approximate the zeros of this function, which we're only going to approximate the positive value, which turns out to be the square root of 2. And we're going to use this formula here. We know that our initial guess is 1. So to do this, we're going to do 1 minus f of 1 divided by f prime of 1. Now notice we've already got f prime defined here. So how I could do this with my calculator is I'm going to do 1 plus, and then minus, and then I'm going to do the parentheses of, let's do 1 squared, not 11 squared. There we go. Minus 2. And then we're going to divide that by 2 times 1. 2 times 1. And so our first guess here turns out to be, or first calculation turns out to be 1.5. Now, that wasn't very interesting because it's an easy value. Now we're going to look at one that's going to require a little bit more work. So x of 1 minus f of x sub 1 over f prime of x sub 1. Okay, so now this time is where I'm going to start trying to use my store feature. So here's how the store feature helps. So I'm going to hit STO, which is store. I'm going to store it in A. Okay, so 1.5 is now stored in A. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to reuse this formula, but instead of where the ones were, I'm going to put A. So I'm going to do alpha A minus parenthesis alpha A. Okay, so this is A, this is A, and this is A. So I'm going to do A squared minus 2 divided by parenthesis 2 times alpha A. Now I know that might seem like that wasn't much help. It's the next step that you'll really get to see things get better. So there's my second calculation, which is 1.41666 repeating. Okay, so here's where it's going to get fun. Since I've already typed this formula here, now when I store in A, you might think I have to retype stuff again, but I don't. I'm just going to go to the last problem, which is this, and that gives me the next one because it already had the formula and now I've just updated A. So I'm telling you that x sub 3 is 1.4142156. And I can do it again. I'll do it one more time. I'm going to store this in alpha A again. So now it's been updated from the previous one, and I'm going to get the next one by simply going not back to the last one, but to the one before that. That's the formula, and hitting enter. That would be my x sub 4, which is way easier. Now, I don't recommend you do this until you've memorized the formula, because practicing rewriting this will help you memorize the formula. Hopefully that's a good use of